Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. We are working a power flow, 60-minute power flow. You're going to want to have blocks at the top of your mat. We'll be using those. I'm filming today here at Cliffhangers, so welcome to those of you watching at home and those of you in the studio. I'm glad you're here. So this power flow, we're going to be focusing on strength and balance. And for me as a teacher, power does not mean fast. So maybe go into this knowing that we're going to move through the transition into each posture and hold for a breath or two. So again, it is a power flow, but that doesn't mean it's going to be super fast. We're going to really be mindful, intentional about each position that we transition to. So with all that being said, we're going to take a few moments to ground down. So find what works for you. I'm going to suggest here that we lie on our backs, take a few belly breaths, notice our, scan our bodies, notice how we're feeling. We'll take a pretty dynamic warm-up so that we can get the body nice and warm, get the blood flowing before moving into the flow. So as always at home, take what you need, take pause, take water. Those of you here, of course, same thing. And yes, we'll get started. So if coming to your back feels good, go ahead and let yourself roll down nice and slow and mindful. Taking whatever position feels good for you. Maybe that's bending the knees, maybe that's outstretched legs and arms. Again, taking just a few moments, allowing ourselves to become present here in the moment, giving ourselves this next hour for us, letting your body guide you, so tuning into the breath and to the body, allowing it to tell you to take that modification or maybe go a little deeper as we hold the posture, right? So there's no right or wrong here. It's whatever feels best for you and what you're looking for this morning or this afternoon or evening, whenever you're taking this class. So if you haven't already, take a nice deep cleansing breath. And take as many of those as you wish, releasing any tension, anything you may be holding on to on that exhale. Good, and then finding that smooth, steady breath. Taking 5 rounds of breath here. Good, we're going to begin warming up here. Let's go ahead and lengthen those legs if not already. Reach those arms up and overhead, giving yourself a full body stretch. As you bring the arms back to the side of your body, bend the knees, and grab those knees, take them into the chest, and give them a nice squeeze. Notice where those hip flexors are feeling this morning, maybe a little gentle rock back and forth. Roll those ankles. And then wiggle the toes. And then extend the soles back to the mat, extend the legs long, reach the arms back overhead. Another full body stretch. This time we're gonna take the arms across and grab the knees, bringing the knees in at the same time. So bend the knees, take them into the chest, reach those arms, grab hold, pull those knees right up to the chin, toward that, in that direction. Good, take the soles down, slide your feet long, reach arms up and overhead. Doing that again, we're going to reach those arms over, reach for the knees, then bring the knees into the chest. Staying here, we're gonna open up those knees. So opening up the hip space here, we're gonna take that right knee, we're gonna take it in toward the right armpit. And breathing here, left knee into left armpit. Again, each side. So both knees are in, we're just gonna drive one knee in a little bit closer. Other side. Good, taking the feet straight up to the sky. Let those thighs rest in the palms of your hands. So lengthen those arms for me. Give those ankles another rotation here. Good, opening up the hamstrings here. Working the backs of the legs and core. We're gonna engage that core. So draw that belly down into your mat. Alternating leg lifts. So we'll interlace behind the right. Let's take that left leg down. Let the heel come all the way down. Bend the elbows. Take that right leg toward the top of your mat. You should be feeling a little hamstring sensation here. Good, lift and switch. So we're not holding these stretches, we're just warming up, bringing left leg in. Flex your foot or point your toes, play around with it. Switch. Taking a deep breath as you draw that leg in toward the front of your mat and toward the chest. Good, let's switch again. Good, both legs up. Open those legs out, wide leg. You can hold the inside of the leg, which is what I'm doing, or you can hold the outside. Go ahead and roll externally, so roll those feet out toward the sides of your mat. So pinky toe toward the floor. Good, now open up, not too wide, be careful here, we don't overextend. We're opening up to a wide leg. Then point those toes at a diagonal. Go ahead and flex those feet, roll those pinky toes toward the floor. Excellent. Take the legs together. This time the heels are touching, so you still have that external rotation. Good, bring those arms up and over. If the heels are touching, go ahead and close the feet. So now the feet are together, legs are long. Inhale, go ahead and see if you can touch your fingertips to your toes. Reach those arms back, keeping legs lifted. Lift, engaging core, tuck your chin, see if you can reach those toes. Maybe you reach the calves, maybe it's the knees. Reach those hands up and back down. Again, inhale, lift, reach, reaching toward the toes. They do not need to touch. We're crunching here. And back. Legs should be feeling a little tired. We got one more. Inhale, lift, reaching up. Good, bend the knees. Take the arms behind. Extend the legs out. Full body stretch. Good, take those arms out to a T. Bend the knees again. Taking them into bridge pose, so heels close to the glutes. Actually, to just make sure you're in the right position, take your fingertips, make sure they can touch the backs of the heels. And that would be a good position to start in bridge. Good, back to the arms to a T, keeping both hips grounded. You're going to take this right hand and cross it over the body. Now you're reaching, so if the right shoulder blade is off the mat, that right hip is down. Now reach that right hand toward the left. Full extension, extending those arms. Good, take a nice deep inhale here. Exhale, reach. And then open that arm like you're opening the book back up. Same arm, right arm crosses over the body. We closing here. Reach, reach, reach. We're going to be taking this similar movement in our flow with our arms, this back and forth, or the opening and closing of the book, as I like to call it. Good, open up to a T. Good, let that lower back ground down, keeping the soles of the feet on the mat, pressing the hips into the mat. Left arm comes across, reach over, keeping left hip down, stretching out those arms and shoulders. Getting a little twist in the obliques. Open up. Take a breath. We're going to close here. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, reach those fingertips toward your right hand. Reach, reach, reach. And open back up. Good, taking those arms up and overhead. We're going to take the index fingers, they're going to touch. We're going to cactus the arms down. Good, inhale, reach the arms up and over. Exhale, cactus. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus. Good, keeping those arms cactus. Lift the knees as if you're in boat pose, but we're on our back. So flex your feet, knees are over the hips. Engaging that core, you're gonna drop the knees side to side. So you're gonna take the knees to the left, and they're gonna come all the way down, or to the block, or you're gonna hover. If they can come all the way down, let them come down. Inhale, lift to center and pause. Drop them to the right or hover. Good. Back to center. Push those knees right over the hips. It's harder, right? The tendency is going to want to bring the knees in. So we're going to engage and pull those knees over the hips to the side. Center, hold, good. Back to the other side. And center. Holding here, pushing those knees out. Excellent. Take the feet to the outer edges of your mat. And we're gonna windshield wiper. So arms to a T or cactus, or even down by the side, whatever feels good here. Drop knees to the right. Release the ankles as they fall to the right. And then back to center, over to the left. Back to center. Good. If you can reach for your block, maybe with your feet or your hands, you're going to take that block. We're going to find bridge position, place the block between the knees. So we're going to be stretching out the quads, core, and back here. So bridge lifts. 3, we're going to take our time and we're going to squeeze that block. Every time those hips lift, we're going to take a breath. We're going to engage that block. So that activates the inner thighs as well as the glutes. And still working that shoulder rotation. So arms to the side, lower back is grounded into your mat. Deep breath, inhale, lift those hips. Reach arms up and over. Good, now lift, engage your glutes, engage that block. Give it a squeeze. Exhale, bring those hips and fingertips back to the mat. Let that back sink down. Press into the soles of the feet and lift. Reach up and over. Engage that block. Squeeze. And back down. Inhale, lift. And squeeze, and we pulse with our squeezes. We're going to pulse and squeeze for 1. Squeeze for 2. Squeeze for 3. For 4. For 5. Squeeze and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those arms and hips down. Good. You'll know through this flow as we're moving through it, the glutes are going to be doing a lot of work. So we want to make sure they're nice and warmed up. Let's take those knees in. Once again, just take a little rock back and forth. Wiggle those ankles. And then rock and roll yourselves up or roll to a side. We're going to shift ourselves into table. So again, keeping the blocks up to the front of your mat is where we'll be using them. We'll start with some cat-cows here. So finding those shoulders over your wrists, knees under hips, about 2 fists apart. Working your cat-cows with your breath. Really feel the spine here open up, lifting those sit bones, shining the heart, maybe even opening up the throat if that feels good. Rounding. Chin to chest, lengthen, press into your mat, press into those fingers and the pads of your hand. So really be intentional with your cat-cow. Notice how each movement feels. Good. One more here. And we're just going to warm up the upper back here. We're going to press into this right hand. Knees may come out a little bit. Left hand will come behind the head. We're going to take left elbow to the inside of the right elbow. First, we're going to twist. I want you to lift left elbow to the sky. Maybe you gaze up. Inhale here. Let's close for 1. And lift. Close for 2. And lift. Close for 3. and lift. Open up that arm. Take a circle toward the back of the mat, all the way around to the front. Go ahead and pause here. Reach it up to the ceiling and another circle all the way around. Back to the ceiling. Open up, stay in the twist. And then take that left hand down. Good. Moving right to the other side. Right hand comes behind. We're going to bring that right elbow up to the sky. We're going to feel the twist on this side. Maybe you're looking at the ceiling. Maybe you can see your elbow. We're going to close for 1. And lift. Close for 2. And lift. Close for 3. And lift. Good. Arm extends to the sky. We're going to take that arm behind with a big circle, reaching behind. Try and keep that arm extended long. Take it in front. Take a pause. Reach it to the ceiling. Take another big circle all the way around. Fingertips reach in front. Back to the ceiling and twist. Open up here. Beautiful. Both hands plant. Tuck toes. Take knees in. Lift the hips up, moving straight into your down dog. Stretching out the backs of the legs and those calves a little bit more here. So finding your dog. Taking a few petals. Maybe bend one knee as the other heel comes down. Lift those sit bones. Feeling that full body stretch. Good, finding a little stillness here, tucking chin, looking at the belly. And a nice deep inhale. We're gonna roll up, lifting up to the toes. That pinky toe may come right off the mat, coming into a high plank. You can drop the knees and modify to a low plank. Holding here for 3, 2, 1, and press back to your dog. Deep breath here. And good. Look to the top of your mat. You're going to float or walk your feet to meet your hands. We're going to inhale halfway, flat back here. So pausing, pulling those hips back, drawing the shoulders forward, taking the chin down so the neck is nice and flat. Drop the belly slightly. You may feel a little opening in the hamstrings and lower back. Exhale, take a fold. So maybe we take our feet a little bit wider here to about hip width apart. We grab those elbows and find ragdoll. Tucking that chin, staying centered, draw those elbows down toward your toes. Pressing into the toes. Almost like you're lifting the heels. You're grounded, but you're reaching, driving into the toes, pulling those elbows down. Twist to the left. Draw those elbows down. Back to center, over to the right. Draw those elbows down. Back to center. Good. Release that ragdoll. Release that bind. Take those hands behind you. Interlace. Take that chin and tuck it. We're going to roll those arms. So rolling the shoulders, rolling the hands up and over. Stretching out the shoulders and the back, the hamstrings here. We're going to bend the right knee. We're going to see if that right shoulder can tap that right knee. So we're twisting, turning toward that right knee. And then lengthen. Good. Left knee bends. See if we can draw left shoulder.
toward that knee. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. You're gonna feel a tremendous hamstring stretch here and shoulders. Again, preparing us for this flow. One more each side. Good. And lengthen last time. And lengthen, release that bind. Let those hands come down to the mat or to your block. You can bring the mat to you by using your block. Take a forward fold any way you wish, holding your legs, maybe holding the block. Again, stretching out the back and the hamstrings. Good job. Inhale halfway here. Exhale, take a fold. Soften those knees, drive into your feet. Inhale, root to rise, nice and easy. Take your time, bringing those palms together. Exhale the hands to the heart. And release to the side. Good. Preparing for our flow, we're going to take a few upper body stretches here just to loosen everything up a little bit more. Soften the knees. We're going to inhale, reach up. Take those palms together. Left arm comes down, reach. Right arm over, side stretch. Engage your glutes. Pressing those hips forward slightly. Inhale, left meets right. Good, right arm down, stretch. Inhale up, cactus, strong here, keeping your arms in goalpost or cactus like you're holding onto a weight. We're gonna twist one direction and then squeeze those shoulder blades, pull your elbows back. Shift to center, staying in goalpost or cactus, twist the other way. When you arrive, pull those elbows back, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Then come back to center, reach up to the sky. Palms come down to the side of your body into your mountain pose. Taking a moment here in mountain, we'll start our flow. So take a couple deep breaths, lower that heart rate if it feels elevated. Grab some water if you wish, take what you need. Remember, power doesn't always have to mean fast. So if you flow with me, I tend to hold. I want us to feel the posture. I want us to at least take a breath or two in the posture, allowing ourselves to adjust, to go deeper, to come up, to stay where we're at. Okay, so that is the intention for this flow. Good. When you're ready, open those eyes if they're not already. We're going to inhale, reach those arms up. We're going to exhale, hinge and fold. We're going to inhale halfway, creating that space. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, take those arms up. Keeping those arms up here, we're going to exhale and we're going to come into chair. So exhale, find your chair. Good. Holding your chair, you're going to bring those palms together. They're going to be straight in front of you, so you're looking at your thumbs. Now we're going to take this right elbow and we're twisting over to the left. So you may need to get lower in your chair. So we're twisting, right elbow on the outside of my left knee. Good. Left arm opens. We open for one. And we close. We open for two. And we close. Good. Now I want you to really press this
back of the arm into the knee. You're pressing into this right foot. We're lifting with the arm staying hooked into a stork. So left knee is lifted. Take those hands to heart center. Working our balance. If you fall out, just smile, come back in. Maybe the feet need to stay down today. When you're ready, transition to figure 4. Left ankle on right knee. Staying high, or maybe getting a little low in your figure 4. So finding that gazing point, focus. Focus on the posture. Focus on what we're doing here. Deep breath. Beautiful. You're going to come out of that figure 4. Left leg's going to come back, and you're going to find a high crescent. So arms are behind. We're going to ground into the ball of that left foot. We're going to inhale, reach up, find high crescent. Again, crescent is another balancing posture. So find your stability. Maybe get low, maybe come up. See what feels good for you. Reaching those arms in front, just like we did with chair, you're looking at your thumbs. Now you're gonna close your hands. We're gonna take this bow and arrow pull. You're gonna take this left arm and you're gonna pull back strong like you have a band, and you're gonna open it up, and maybe you look behind to that left arm. Good, gaze comes back to the front. Take that left arm and circle it back. Slow and controlled. Ready, pull. Reaching back, maybe you turn your head and look at that hand in the back. Good, shift your gaze to the front, then bring the arm. One more, reach back. Staying here, this right hand is gonna come down, we're gonna tap. We're gonna come down and lift up. We're gonna come down and lift up. This time we're gonna windmill. So we're gonna take this right arm down, left arm is gonna plant. We are in a high twist. Right arm to the sky. Squeeze those thighs together. So excellent work there. Taking that high lunge, extending the arms. Good, now take right arm down and find runner's lunge. Find a moment here, stretch out that leg. Give yourself a moment for a nice deep breath. Also, this is where you want to grab your blocks. So I'm going to put my blocks up high here because I'm going to transition. We're transitioning from this runner's lunge to pyramid. So this is going to give me a little leverage to lift my left leg back. Soles of the feet are flat. I am then going to lower my blocks. And I'm going to find pyramid first. So pull those hips back. Drop the belly. Feel the stretch in the hamstring. Nice deep breath. Good. We're gonna lift, well, I'm gonna lift these blocks. You can keep them even. We're just gonna take some rocks. So we're gonna hinge our body forward so my left heel comes up. And then I'm gonna drop my left heel and my right toes are gonna come up. So just this rock back and forth. Good, couple times here. And then back to pyramid. Good, you're gonna bend that right knee and you're gonna pivot that left foot parallel. Taking one block inside of that right leg, we're gonna transition to side angle, using your block here. So lifting left arm to the sky, open the chest, Notice how this feels. If you're not, if you don't have a tendency to use the blocks and you're using a block today, notice the difference. Holding and breathing. Good. Now using that core, you're gonna lift to warrior two. Bending that knee, stay lifted, and we find warrior two. Holding here nice and strong. Arms are long. Soles of the feet are supporting us. Let's lengthen that leg and take a reverse. Reach that arm up and over. Good work. Nice deep breath. Good, keep that leg long. Triangle prep. Arms are long. Here we go, you're gonna reach forward, forward, forward. Right arm is gonna come to that block. Now we're in triangle, just like side angle, but the legs are long. And we're gonna close the book here with the left arm. So you can be looking up or down. Left arm comes down, we tap the right hand or block, and then we lift back up. And then we close again, and we lift. Good, you're gonna bend that right knee, lift yourself back to warrior two, into a 5-point. So you're shifting to the side of your mat. Arms are up, all 10 toes pointing to the side of your mat. Good. Hinging at the hips, see if you can reach for your block. Placing it in front. We're gonna take this forward fold, wide leg, but we're gonna cross our arms. So take that right arm to the left leg, left arm to right leg, round. So you can tuck your chin in. And you're rounding those shoulders, and if you have a good grip on your calves, you can really, really stretch the back out here. So we're stretching out the shoulder blades, we're opening up the shoulders, keeping our chin tucked, and taking this nice forward fold with our legs a little bit wide. One more deep breath here. And beautiful. Go ahead and unravel those hands, and then take your hands to your mat. Maybe take the feet out a little wider. So this time we're gonna find a forward fold. So you can use your block and place those forearms on that block. You can have your hands on the block. Okay, y'all know where you need to be. You may wanna see where you are without the block. Maybe those forearms come down and you didn't even know. Pull the hips back, tuck the chin. Feeling this nice wide stretch, inner thigh stretch. Head is heavy. If you're on your forearms, really sink down, pressing into the soles of the feet. Deep breath here, you got this. Good, if you're on your forearms, lift to the palms of your hand. Good, we're gonna take a Skandasana, or a side lunge to the front of the mat. So toes come to a diagonal, the front foot comes to a diagonal, you're taking a side lunge. Now you can be way up here, you can be down low, okay, wherever feels good. I just want you to feel this side lunge. Arms can be down to help support. You can sit on a block. We're gonna hold here for 3, for 2, for 1. You're gonna frame your foot. You're gonna pivot to the front. So both hands are framing that right foot. Right leg goes straight back to a 3-point. You're gonna feel that. Lift it up high. Stretching it out, maybe open the hip, heel to bum, knee to sky. We're gonna take that foot down to our dog.
And we're gonna have an option to flow. You can take down dog, child's pose, or pull forward into your chaturanga, taking your flow if you wish. Moving down into cobra or up dog. Everyone meeting in dog. Deep breath here. Maybe give the head a little shake. Walk those feet to the front of your mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend knees, root to rise. Arms together, palms together. Exhale to the heart and release. Moving straight to the other side. Take that block if it's in the center or if it's on the other side. Bring it up front and we're gonna do that same sequence. Good, taking a nice deep breath. Good work here. Let's inhale, reach up. Exhale, take the hands to the heart, hinge and fold. Inhale, halfway, creating space. Exhale, fold. Soften knees, root to rise. Keep those arms up. Exhale into chair. So we find chair first, tucking those ribs. Then we're gonna bring those palms in front and close them. We're looking at the thumbs. So now we're gonna twist that opposite direction. So my left elbow's gonna twist to the outside of my right, and you may need to drop those hips down. So really press the elbow and use it as leverage to hold your chair and feel the twist. Here we go, right arm up to the sky. Open that book and close. Let's open and close. Here's that tricky part. We're pressing into the left leg. We're driving that elbow in, and we're gonna see if we can lift with the twist into stork. Very challenging. So show yourself some compassion and kindness here. Taking the hands to the heart. Once you arrive in stork, staying in stork or finding figure four. Good. Once you have your figure four, maybe you get a little low and breathe. Finding your stability, finding your balance, and just jumping in, working with the wobbles, smiling, having fun. When you're ready, you're gonna take right leg off knee, straight back, and ground that ball of the right foot down for the high lunge. Reach up. So high crescent, notice how it feels on this side. So this bow and arrow, this twist is quite challenging. So grounding down, we take the arms in front, palms together just like we did with the chair. You're gonna draw this right arm like you're pulling a bow, and you're gonna take it all the way back, and maybe you look at the right hand. Then you shift your gaze to the front, then bring the arm back. We do it again. We pull tight, tight, tight like we have a rope, and we open. And if we're looking at that hand, we then shift our gaze first, and then move that hand. One more, open, 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 twist, and we hold. Good. Now we're taking left fingertips down and tapping. Come down, tap. Right arm to the sky, left fingertips down. Lift back to the twist. Take the fingertips down. Back to the twist. Good. This time we're windmilling. We're gonna circle right arm all the way around into a high twist. Left arm to the sky, squeeze those thighs together.
Good, circle that left arm down. Find your runner's lunge, moment to take a breath, right? So that was a challenging posture. I want you to really sink those hips down. Take advantage of this stretch in this runner's lunge and prepare with your blocks to move into pyramid. So using your hands to lift up, take that back leg. Both soles of the feet are on the mat. There's a space like we're railroading, right? Finding pyramid first before rocking. Let's shift those hips back, drop the belly. Feel the stretch along the hamstring. Breathing deeply. You got this. And then I'm gonna move my blocks up front to take those rocks back and forth. So we just lift up on the back heel and then lift the toes of the other leg. So just this little rocking motion, but controlled. My legs are engaged, moving with intention. Good. Landing in pyramid. Taking the block inside that foot, bend the knee, finding your back leg parallel, we come to side angle. Use that block, reach that right arm up. So long leg is straight, pressing into the sole of that foot, opening the chest, feeling side angle with the block. Taking a nice deep breath as you do. Beautiful, using your core transition to warrior two. Keep the block right where it is. Strong in your warrior two. Maybe those glutes are talking. Good, let's lengthen and reverse stretch. Feeling that stretch. Taking a nice deep breath. We're close to the finish line here. Legs stay long. Arms come long, triangle prep. Here we go. Reach forward, forward, forward. Left fingertips come to the block, right arm up. Open up the chest. We're in triangle. We're gonna close the book. So the right arm is gonna come down. We're gonna tap for one and lift. Tap for two and lift. Holding here. Good. Bend that knee. Lift back to warrior two. Lengthen to 5-point star. So again, all 10 toes are now pointing the opposite way. We're gonna cross. We're gonna hinge first. Maybe move the block to the center. We're gonna take those arms and cross them. And we're gonna take a forward fold. We get to round the shoulders here. Stretching out the back, stretching out the shoulders. Deep breath. Use your hands on the calves if you can bring the legs closer in to give yourself a nice stretch. Good. Holding here. Release, and then find that wide leg forward fold. It's okay. So find your forward fold, hands to the block, or maybe to your mat. It's good. You can let it shift. Got a little craziness going on with the camera, so you guys keep that forward fold. Keep the forward fold. We're just going to end with don't know if we're still recording. Excuse me, I'm coming up so close to you. Okay. All right, camera's acting funny. We're in this forward fold this time. So, wherever you are, playing with this, maybe you just move the blocks and see if you're down on your forearms. Right, shifting to where you feel the forward fold. All right, guys, pressing up. We're gonna take that Skandasana to the front. So shift that front foot so it's to the corner of your mat and you're coming into your Skandasana. Again, you can be up high, so this is a great side Skandasana. Maybe you wanna drop down, okay? You get to work with what feels best for you. Good, good, good. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. We're going to shift and frame that foot. Excellent. We're going to take left leg all the way to the sky for 3-point. Lifting up. Stretching it out, maybe opening the hip. And then option to take your last flow, your last vinyasa. Maybe you shift to plank and drop to the knees. Maybe you lower down to a up dog or cobra. And then maybe we all meet in dog. Good. Finding your down dog. Taking a deep breath. Dropping to the knees and moving into a wide-legged child's pose. I'm coming to you again as my camera is acting all funny, but we are going to try to see if we can get this back. All good, right? These things happen. Hopefully this will come out okay. All right, good work. So you're in child's pose, taking nice deep breath. Those of you who are watching this at home are probably laughing at the close-up, or hopefully you're just in child's pose, not even paying attention to the camera. Take a nice deep breath. Good. And when you're ready, we're going to shift onto our bottoms, turning ourselves around, and we're going to lower ourselves to our back. So, taking a couple stretches here and moving straight into a Shavasana. So, lowering down really mindfully here. Taking happy baby. We're going to take one side at a time. So I'm going to put my left foot down. I'm reaching for my right, driving that right knee into the armpit, out to the outer edge of the armpit, I should say. And then I like to extend. So holding onto my toes or the foot, I'm extending, getting a little bit of a hamstring stretch. This is just an option. So extending. And then happy baby. And extending. And happy baby. And then switching. So I'm taking my other hand, finding my left side, happy baby, or whatever side that you didn't do last time, and then extending. If you have leverage to grab the 2 peace fingers around the big toe, that helps. Bending that knee. And then extending.
Good. Taking this time to take whatever you need here. Maybe the roll of the ankles, maybe rolling your wrists. Moving into Shavasana. So I am not sure what this camera is doing. I may lose you. If I lose you and we completed the flow, I'm super proud of you. Good work today. If you're still with me, I'm not going to get up and keep checking. We're just going to come into rest. So if you have the time to find some time to come into your Shavasana, let your body recover, let your body heal. Taking this time for you, nothing to do. Embracing that sense of calm and peace. Seeking for that calm and peace. If you're not feeling it, breathing it in. Knowing you feel peaceful and calm. Exhaling any tension, anything you're holding on to. Just allowing this time to be your sacred time to connect spiritually, time to connect your breath to your body, our mind and body and soul, all is one. Those of you that want to stay in Shavasana, please do. Those of you here in the studio that can stay, just stay in Shavasana. I'm just going to take a moment to say thank you to those of you online watching me. I'm not even sure if this entire thing got recorded. If it did, thank you for being patient and working with all of the technical issues, if there are any. I'm not even sure, but I will post it if it did record. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have an amazing day, and as always, it's truly an honor and a joyful opportunity for me to be able to flow with you. So thank you again, and I hope to see you very soon.